Trance Jesus here, aka Chris Blackburn here at the Church at Trance, and we're really excited to conduct one of our first interviews, our exclusive artist interviews, with a internationally renowned DJ and music producer for more than 10 years that was an IDMA nominee, played in over 40 countries worldwide on 5 different continents. In 2023, he was included for the 6th time in the DJ Mag Top 150 DJs in the world. I'd like to welcome Alexander Popov. Welcome.
Hi, Chris. Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. We're excited to have you. We're excited to really talk to you about yourself, your career, and kind of where you see things going within the music industry and within trance here in 2024. So let's start off with an easy one. How about an easy question? So some of your early inspirations, can you share with us the moment you realized that trance music was your calling and which artists influenced you the most in your early days?
Well, I started listening to electronic dance music when I was a teenager, about 15 years old, I think. And I was studied in music school and listened to different kind of music. But when I first time heard a track called Bullet in the Gun, my thoughts Plant Effect project, there was kind of the gun for me. Like it's really touched my heart, my kid's heart, and I thought that kind of stuff that I really want to listen to more. Then I understood it's called trance music. So after that was some early Tiesto tracks, some Armin's tracks, maybe most of all the album by Tiesto called Just Be. That was
Love that one.
That big thing for me that I really loved. I still think it's one of the biggest albums in trance music.
Oh,
That always started to listen to.
I know a lot of us veterans, and I hate using that word, but I know a lot of us that have been around trance more than 20 years definitely have a special place in our heart for DJ Tiesto, and really kind of how he helped set the foundation for a lot of electronic music, especially in the trance world. Awesome. So you think about those early inspirations and how that's helped to shape your work as a producer and your sound and your music with its distinct style. How would you describe the Alexander Popov sound to someone who has never heard your work before?
It's every time very emotional and melodic electronic dance music. Of course, most of my tracks was released by tag of trance, and I'm still mostly a trance producer. I've been exclusively with Armada Music for more than 10 years, and I think 90% of my releases on a tagged trance music. So it's emotional, classical trance sound with my own signature Popov sounds, what they call, I don't know. It's better ask people,
I love it. And speaking of Armada and some of the biggest names that they have signed and worked with in their history, when you think of some of the tracks that you've produced and you've collaborated with some of the biggest names in trance, what do you look for in a collaborator, and what has been your favorite collaboration to date?
Of course, I'm really proud of collaboration with Armin van Buuren, the king of electronic dance music and trance and commercial trance. And I'm proud to call him a friend, the guy who made a lot for my international music career. Also, my personal favorite collaboration called Angel, that's the track we've done with Pollock and Folk, the guy who really inspired me trance music again. It was surreal, to work on the music and to have release of our collaboration on my label Interplay after like 15 years when I was a kid and start listen to that music, but then we can do music together. That's a magical thing. So I think these two tracks that I'm really proud of in my career, and it's always a big experience to work with such big artists.
And one of my favorite quotes that I love is, work hard to make your idols become your peers. It's such an awesome experience when you can, be that fan and then work hard and be able to call them, a peer or a collaborator. So definitely see that as a big milestone in any artist's career like yourself. So thinking of the creative process, what is your creative process when you're working on a track? Where do you usually find inspiration?
I think it's discipline. It's a studio routine, so you have to get back here to the laptop, to the studio on daily or a few days per week. You need to go to your laptop or to your DAW and to find some ideas to work on your demos, to communicate with the people who I collaborate with, and it's about inspirations. For me, the most important thing is to travel around the globe, to meet the people, different cultures, different cities, and that's really inspires me a lot. That's why I love to travel around the globe. That's why I do love these international gigs, and I really feel happy that I'm still able to.
So outside of your home in Russia, where has been your favorite place to find inspiration?
I love Moscow. I think it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. It's changed a lot for the last 10 years. So now many people that come there saying, "Wow, it's so beautiful," and it is. Trust me, if you have a chance, just go and see yourself how beautiful the city. So any part of the city is very different and very beautiful, and I do love to just walk through the streets to see some places. There's a lot of beautiful nature in Russia, so I love travel, and it just depends on the mood. If you want a more, experience in the city, then you go to the center of Moscow. Sometimes you can go to the forest and to enjoy the nature.
I love that. That's kind of like Minnesota too. We've got our 10,000 lakes. We have our, lots of state forests, and then of course I'd probably spend every weekend in the city myself, going to music shows and with friends. So I definitely can see how that inspiration can change just based on the environment. So let's shift gears. Let's talk about Interplay. And as founder of Interplay Records, what is your vision for the label? And, all the different sub-labels that are underneath of Interplay. I've had an opportunity to experience them all from all sorts of the sides of electronic music. Absolutely love them. But from your vision of the label, how do you curate the artists and the music for it?
Well, we started in 2017 as a part of Armada Music as a sub-label, just with one release per week, only progressive and trance music. Now we became an independent company, and we now release like 5 or 6 tracks per week, so it's very wide musically, with different genres from like house, bass house, melodic techno, some progressive stuff, and of course different kind of trance music. So at the moment, it's not just a record label. We also an event brand. We doing a lot of events across Russia, not only Russia. We've done a showcase on Amsterdam Dance Event last year, and we planned that for this year again. We've done 2 times in Pizza, and for us it's really important to develop our event brands also, to give opportunity for our artists to play live on our shows and our showcases. And also we have a studio, so we sometimes build like from zero to something. People who come and try to learn for some music production. We have a studio here in Moscow for DJing and studio production, and also on sometimes doing streams from this studio, like I've done for 500 episodes of my radio show last week. So it's kind of three most important things for me: the studio, the events, and of course the label with 5 sub-labels at the moment. That's how we develop the brand.
That's amazing. Congratulations on the 500 episodes. I know that's quite a milestone. I've only really started since COVID in doing regular radio shows monthly and live streams, and it definitely takes a lot of dedication. So congratulations to you and to the label and to your team. And speaking of live performances, you performed at probably some of the most exhilarating venues across the world. Can you tell us a memory from maybe your most memorable performances?
Well, there was a lot of very big and great performances. I think the most memorable is the one that I played right before FIFA championship in Moscow, for right before the opening ceremony on Vorobyovy Gory for 65,000 people.
Wow.
Kind of sea of the people from around the globe, a lot of TVs, radio stations from around the globe, and that was really huge, and that's for the whole life, that kind of memories.
Was it nerve-wracking at all, or was it just you were more excited?
I was super excited, and I was on stage and I see the sea of the people. Wow. that I'm not flipping. That was a big joy. And another one last year in Berlin, the Love X Love right now they call it Rave the Planet.
Okay.
So they say it's about 300,000 of people there. So it just.
It's like a sea of people, as far as you can see, right? That's
unbelievable.
So then it's got to be crazy, and I know I've had this experience myself, and many artists had to go through and weather COVID differently, and a lot of them based on just where they are in the world, and the ability to connect with fans really had an impact on them. From your experience, Alex, how did COVID impact you personally? What kept you sane, and how did it affect your career here in 2024?
Well, to be honest, it was a hard times for me these 2 years. I lost my father because of COVID.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And but at the same time, we built a lot of great things in these hard times, because that's the time when we started independence with our label. We built event brand. We could not do a lot of parties, but we sometimes tried, and that the base for us that we built in these 2-3 years for Russian market. So it was challenging time, but I hope it made me a little bit stronger, because after that I found a lot of good people for my team, and I worked under the album. So Reflected, the album that was released at the end of last year. Most of the track I've done in these COVID times. So anyway, this was good times for my career, because I worked hard.
Sure. Yeah, and I know everyone kind of experienced it differently, and those I think that use it as an opportunity just to work harder and to really drive their own success are the ones that are starting to see those benefits here in 2024. So I'm glad to hear that it's been more of a positive experience coming out of it, COVID, than more of a negative. And then in looking at the industry, like electronic music, especially trance music scene, it is constantly evolving. I think for those like us that have seen it over the last 20 years know that it's definitely not the same as when we started. How have you worked to stay relevant and adapt to the change?
Well, like Armin said, don't be prisoner of your own style. Yeah, that's probably my motto, but still, I'm trying different kind of sound lately. Like last 2-3 years, I released from organic house to hardstyle even sometimes. But to give a try, be more, open, wide music producer, so an artist, and even as a DJ when I'm playing like Cafe Del Mar or Ibiza, I have to play more like Chile house, 1000 and maybe 15 or 1000, even 1010, and I do enjoy that. When I play for the big festival, like sometimes in Moscow for very young kids who have no idea about trance, to be honest. Just have fun on the dance floor, and then you can even finish your set with some drum and bass stuff. For me it's fun, and I sometimes do that. But my heart is still with the trance music. I'm still do love that genre, and I think I still can do something in this genre. So that's why I keep produce and release and play more than half trance music, because I love that genre. That's my roots. That's what in my heart.
I say that to people too. Trance was always my first love, but any great artist is versatile and can play any genre of music. I know that too. People know me as Trance Jesus, and it's so hard to break the mold to do Chris Blackburn music, which is like mainstream house, and then I do a project with my wife Jen as Chris and Jen, where we'll do house and techno, and then I even do bass house with another friend of mine on our Rage Beers project. So it's fun. It's when you're versatile and you can play across the genres. I think being an artist continues to have more joy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So thinking of future projects and looking at any upcoming projects or collaborations, are there any that you're excited about that you can share with us?
Just in a few days, coming remix for big artists called Iman Bek, the guy who got Grammy years ago, and probably the biggest his act. So that we have a collaboration with Ron Paso. He's also one of the hottest acts from this country. Also some good remixes on my album from Trance Legends. I cannot name any names at the moment. So, but I hope we'll get the great versions for the tracks on the album, and we will share it maybe second half of this year. Let's see. So a lot of music now in process. Really excited to share it with.
That's exciting. Mind if I ask you a question about a recent release on your label? Your track with Simon and Phil called Rise Again. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind that track?
Well, we've just got the demo from guys, like we want to sign it on Interplay, and there was like maybe 60 or 70, 100% finished track, but not enough good quality of a production. And I say, hey guys, I feel a big potential in this song, and I have some ideas how we can finish that. If you up for that, I'd say, of course, yeah, let's do that. We really want to have this collaboration with you, and I've got stems and worked on the project for a couple of months, and we finally got released, and I love to play that in my live set. It works really well for the trance crowd. The song, I think.
That's awesome that you can just help out other artists, help them on their journey. I think that, from being in the position of a legendary artist, having a lot of experience in being able to continue to build that next generation of producers, whether it be trance house, definitely where you are today, Alex, is certainly an inspiration. And so, one final question. What advice would you give to aspiring DJs and producers who want to make a mark, maybe not even necessarily the trance scene, but maybe within the electronic music scene as a whole?
I think the first thing is to have your real love and passion for music. If you do not have it, then you don't need to start. So that's the base. If you have a real love and passion and you are ready to work hard, then you can go. It's very important to have your own signature because too much music releasing day by day, and if you have something to say in your sound, in your ideas, then that's the thing that can touch people. So you have to look for your own signature from the start, and just work hard and believe in yourself. Make a big goals. It's easy to get for the big goals, and then you get it.
Amazing. Awesome. Any final closing words? Any big performances that are coming up here, Alex?
Well, this summer looks really good. So a lot of big festivals and shows confirmed. I'm really excited to play this year on Tomorrowland
Nice.
in Belgium. Also got confirmation for Ultra Europe at Beachville stage, and some local biggest festivals like Transmission that happening like in a few weeks. So I'm really excited about this summer, and I'm looking forward to get back for United States. Hope I get the new visa soon, and just want to say a big thanks for all the fans and all the people who support the music, and thank you very much, Chris, for having me for.
Well, it's
Great.
well. Thank you for the time and the opportunity. Hopefully, we'll get to meet here in the States in person, and hopefully to have you out here for a show here in the future. And once again, really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.